Hey, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today I have a topic that is a little controversial. So I'm going to tell this from my viewpoint, which is how do you know if a chimney company is good or bad? And once again, this is my opinion. It doesn't make you truly good or bad. But if I was a customer and I wanted to research a company, what would I do? The number one thing I would do is, I guess this is the first thing, not the number one thing, is I would read reviews. So I'm going to find the company. I'm going to read reviews. Um, I'm going to look for accounts leaving reviews that don't sound real, or look for reviews that are repetitious or sound funny, because there are companies who pay for reviews. They contact us all the time. And our response is always, our reviews are actual customers and they're actually real. So that's the first thing I would do. I would also look at the replies. Now, a lot of the replies are basically, some of them are AI. And it's okay to use AI for that kind of thing, but look for the mean replies, the replies talking bad to customers. There are still some of those out there, and usually there's small companies that get their feelings hurt by bad reviews and emotionally respond. So number two, in that look at Google reviews, there is an address. If there's an address, go to Street Maps and figure out, is it logical that they would be there? If it is a high-rise building, probably not logical. I guess they could have an office, but probably not logical. They should have a sign out front that you can see. It's Google's policy. Also, if it is a fire department or a library, or there's some of them that are actually residential addresses that are not anything to do with the company. I helped somebody called me about this, where another chimney company was using a male wellness clinic as their address. And the male wellness clinic, because I went there, had no clue anybody was using their address. So if you're using Google Guaranteed Program, look through the, they have a license, and it's a home inspector's license now to get on there. A lot of them are using licenses from home inspectors that have no clue their licenses are even being used. So they are, ethically, it's not perfect. So other than that, go to CSIA, go to NCSG. That's Chimney Safety Institute of America, the National Chimney Sweep Guild. They both have certifications. Make sure the person coming to your house has a certification. There are no such thing as a company certification. They're all going to tell you that they have, their company is certified. So make sure the person coming to your house is actually certified. They should have a little badge. They should have a certificate. They should have something. You should be able to find that person on their website. So that's what I would do. I would also ask them for insurance information before I go out, because a lot of these people are going to say, oh, we'll share it with you when they get there. But before we go out, I need insurance stuff. So insurance stuff means general liability insurance. It means workers' comp. It means actual hazardous material policy. It means errors and emissions insurance. That's all the insurances that a quality chimney company should have. So ask for proof. They should be able to provide it, or call their now that I put this out there, hopefully they have it, but otherwise they got to call somebody or look through their email, find it and send it to you. But make sure they have proof. The next thing, they should actually have an office where employees meet. And I'll go with this one. This may be even more important. Make sure they actually have employees. A lot of them use nothing but subs. So you're calling a company that just creates leads and then gives it to people they've never met before to come out to do work. So they should have uniforms with, they should have trucks that have labels. And if they have just a simple label magnet on the side, that doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't just given that magnet and they work temporarily. So uniforms, proper equipment. And the problem is most homeowners don't know what proper equipment is, but they should have a camera system that they go up And this is not a cell phone. This is not anything else. It's an actual chimney camera. They should have proper vacuums that actually can filter out soot and not shoot it back into your house. All of these things they should have. It shouldn't just be a guy with a sedan with a ladder with a shop vac that he bought 2 hours ago from Home Depot. So these are some of the things. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. And one of my fellow chimney sweeps, and a lot of them listen to this, will actually put in the comments something I forgot, which I encourage. If there's something I forgot, put it down there. If you have questions, put it in the comments. We'll be happy to say. If you're not sure, call us, and you have a company you're thinking about, let us know. We can schedule a virtual appointment. We can go over things. We can sort of do some research for you. Or you can just use us. We do everything correctly from what I say is correct. So it's kind of my preference for what we do, because I'm not going to do something that I wouldn't do to my own family. So make sure you do your research. There are lots of companies, websites out there. If you go to 4 or 5 websites, they're all similar. You see the same pictures pop up over and over and over again, and they're not local pictures. They're not. They're real companies, but they're lead generation companies. And the people they're sending out often aren't even employees of theirs. They're subcontractors, and they have very little training, and they really don't know what they're doing, but they speak well. So another thing to be careful with is we have a few companies in Houston that have been around for a long time. They're actual chimney companies, but they're not updated as far as codes and standards and everything else. They are still better than those subs, but you want to make sure that you get the most recent equipment. You know, someone who knows modern technology, how things are supposed to be built. Just because you knew what it was 30 years ago doesn't mean things haven't changed. Just because they've been around a long time doesn't mean they have 1 year of experience 30 times in a row. So be very, very aware of who's coming out to your house, where they're trained, what they're doing, what equipment they have, what insurance they have, that kind of thing. It's very, very important, because right now, especially in Houston, it's one of the epicenters of and it's a lot of home service companies that have kind of scam companies or companies that are lead generation companies that are farming out work to people who don't know what they're talking about. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, put comments below. Please like it, share it. We want to help as many people as possible. And look on our YouTube channel. I have a officially done version of this that's coming out. That's a little more edited and streamlined. So I appreciate it. We will see you next time. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks. Bye.